Hey guys, it's Ben with Haven Realty and Investments giving you a little map tour today. I'm going to go over kind of show you the areas of Winter Haven, show you the chain of lakes, all via the maps, and give you a kind of an idea of if you're looking at a home in 33884, what it's by, 33880, what it's by, what's near there, stuff like that, kind of digging around in here. So we're going to get right into it, but if you have questions, give me a call 863-333-5053. Let's jump right in the map. This is the Winter Haven area. This is an area that I cover most of Polk County here, going all the way out to Lakeland, Auburndale, Lake Albert, Haines City, up into Davenport, down to Lake Wales. All this little area. But what I'm focusing on today is Winter Haven. That's where we do a lot of stuff. There's a lot of excitement going on out here. I want to start off the big main attraction here is on Lake Eloise. This is Legoland and Peppa Pig. This is huge theme park. People come from all over the country to go to Legoland, and there's just a lot going on here. There is the water park. It's just really cool. This used to be Cypress Gardens, and it was Six Flags for a little bit, and now Legoland has taken over. And they have, across the street here, Legoland Beach Resort, just all sorts of stuff. Just it's getting Lego-y all over the place out here. But this is on Cypress Gardens Boulevard, and you can see this is kind of the main drag coming through here. Get you all the way over here to 17. This is all 33884 area code. So if you're looking at homes in 33884, you're looking kind of this area out here down Lake Ashton Golf Club. Part of that is here Winter Haven, coming up, and then 33881 is kind of up here. More of the north part of Winter Haven, and then 33880 is kind of the more west part, southwest part of Winter Haven out here, covering out through Eagle Lake. Eagle Lake has its own zip, but out this way is 33880. So we'll keep going back over here. I'm going to touch on the chain of lakes real quick because that's probably one of my favorite things about living here is that outdoor lifestyle, fishing, boating, stuff like that. Most popular lake for setting up boating is going to be Lake Winterset out here. It is clearly spring fed, especially Little Lake Winterset over here. You can get right through this little area here. A lot of people anchor up out here, not touching the land. You can't touch the land. When we come out in the pontoon boat, we just anchor up in the middle of the lake somewhere, fire up our little boat grill, cook lunch, hang out, have a cold beer or whatever. You can do that over here too. This water's nice and clear too, but not like Little Lake Winterset here. Some of the homes you'll see are on Lake Ruby, Lake Bess. They are not on the chain, so I'm just going to ignore all the stuff that's not on the chain right now. But coming through here, we are kind of headed back west. There's a canal that goes through to Lake Eloise where you can see the ski show at Legoland. This bridge, and now clearances do change based on water height. It got kind of low, the water did, so we had like 8.5 feet. But it's typically between 7 to 8.5 feet of clearance, just kind of depends from the water line up to the bottom of the bridge here. So Lake Eloise is one of the largest lakes on the chain, and it also has a little lake Eloise here you can come down in, and here's a nice neighborhood, Skidmore, all these homes. These are all $1 million+ $2 million homes here on Lake Eloise. And then comes up here, and then this comes through. This is where the rope swing used to be, but these guys that bought this house cut it down. Kind of a big controversy around here. But you can also come through to Lake Summit, and this is a small lake. This is the closest boat ramp, Lake Summit boat ramp. It's a smaller one, so if you're going out on the weekend, you need to get here early. You can see there's not a lot of parking spots, but if you have a boat that needs a lot of clearance, that 7 to 8 feet, you need to come put here because there's not a bridge here, so you can get Lake Summit into Lake Eloise and cruise around here. But getting through here, you got to check those clearances. This lake is big enough that you could, if you've got an offshore boat or something, we've got a 24-footer that we take offshore. I could put that in here and we could spend the day here. But we typically use the pontoon boat coming out on the canals, going through the chain of lake. So here you get into the Eloise to Lulu Canal. It's another low one. I forget off the top of my head what it is, but if you're in a pontoon boat with a bimini, you can lower. You got a pretty good chance here. If you are in like a ski boat or something with a wakeboard tower or something, you would want to pay attention to what those are. And then here, Lulu, kind of a smaller lake, but you can also get into Lake Roy. A lot of people don't do this because this is a long canal, and Lake Roy doesn't really go anywhere. It comes up here by Cypress Gardens Boulevard. There is a public boat ramp here, as you can see, but again, not a whole lot goes on here because it is a longer canal and it's a dead end there. So get back through Lake Lulu. You come through. This is where the Orange Dome used to be, and now it's the Advent Health Field House and Conference Center. The pool's there. And a lot of cool stuff. They're currently right now, it's almost July of 2023. They're doing construction on this intersection because it's, real big mess right here turning, especially coming off of Cypress Gardens Boulevard going left. This is currently getting cleaned up, which is long overdue. They're fixing this area here, but back to the lakes. Here there is a low bridge for the trains that come through here. This is what stops us in the 24-foot boat. Is this railroad bridge here is very low. This one's kind of low too, but this is kind of what stops the bigger boats from putting in. This is a nice ramp here, Whimsy Row. We call it the Lake Ship Boat Ramp. You can see there's a lot of parking. There's restrooms. There's plenty of room here to put in. 2 boats. You could really, if it got real busy, you could put 3 boats in at a time per little bay here. Then over here is Harborside, good spot to go get dinner. It's not our favorite, but a lot of people love this place. More of a fine dining on the chain here, and it is kind of facing to the northwest, so you get the sunset over here. Lake Ship, cruise in. You can come over here, go through this canal. This has got a low railroad bridge too, because the Amtrak station is right here, and the CSX rail yard is right down here. So this does get some activity on it, so we can't really do anything about that. That's just going to be there. But coming through this canal, got pretty shallow, but we're getting some rain come back in. There's some canals here that go into a couple homes and some townhomes. Not really much going on there. Lake May, this is the Marine Supply Boating Center, so you can get fuel here. If you want, you can keep your boat here. I forget what they charge. It's probably $100 something a month, but you can call them and they've got a little ramp here, and you can see the tractors actually putting one in. They back them down right here, tie them up, you come down, jump on, and take off. So pretty cool little setup. Our favorite place to go on the chain is Twisted Prop. They recently just redid the back deck. Very cool little area. More bar food and cold beer. They don't have a liquor license, so you can get beer and wine there, burgers, tacos, stuff like that. There's another little place over here called the Lake House. It's not showing up, but yeah, you can get in here. Lake House, they have a taco truck right here. Another little spot you can sneak into this dock. This area is cleaned up a little bit. Just something for you to consider. And then over here, going from Lake May to Lake Howard, you have Tanner's. And Tanner's has this Tanner's Lakeside little spot, we call it, where they have a live band down in here on the weekends. You can see this is probably a weekend because they've got an inflatable bounce house for the kids. And you can just dock your boat right here, just beach it, come up, hang out, and enjoy the day. And they also have boat rentals here, so you can rent a pontoon boat or jet skis or Craig Cats, different little stuff there. Caribbean Bay is a popular spot for karaoke. Not my favorite spots to go, but they are here on the water. Old Man Frank's a good spot to go get some oysters, and they do have a band here on their little floating barge, and you can come through this canal, and there's dockage right here because they don't have a very big dock. Nice place. Again, this one gets good sunset views. Sunset that's kind of facing northwest, so the sunset's out here over the lake. You can catch that. Pretty cool. Lake Howard, not a whole lot going on over there. There is a little small thing. They've got like 5 parking spots right here on the Lake Howard boat ramp, so if you live over here you could put in there. And there is a public dock that is right here, Lake Howard Park, so you can come down, kind of hang out, walk the water, and see what's going on. Good spot for a little sunset picnic if you want to come down and you don't have a boat. And we'll come down here farther, going a little bit farther north. The Cannon Howard Canal, this is probably my favorite to go through. There's a little rope bridge in here, and it's very wooded. This is a very big house. A couple of these are real nice houses that are just the old original homes down here. But yeah, that's a cool canal to check out. You should check it out. Coming in here to Lake Cannon. This is another lake where there's not a ton going on, no restaurants or anything like that, but you can come out here and fish. Lake Cannon boat ramp, there's a fair amount of parking here, and they do have a fishing dock, so you can come out. There is a park there, so if you want to have family and friends come by, you can beach the boat, take them for rides and stuff like that. If you were going to do that, there's another one on Lake Ship that I would tell you to go to check out. You've got the Boys and Girls Club here. They do smoke on the water here every year. We bring the pontoon boat up, beach it right here. They come out and collect our entry fee, $5 a person or whatever it is. But this is full. There was a band here, a band here. There's a lot of stuff going on. Before I go farther north, there is Lake Mirror. This is the lake that I grew up on. This little community right here, they have an actual private little boat ramp that they have, so that's cool. I grew up using that. This canal is very, very low, and it is, if the water's up, even sometimes getting a pontoon boat through there is kind of sketchy, but so be mindful there. And then come on over here to Lake Spring Lake. This is another one that's got some spring action in it, and it's a little bit clearer than the others. No bridge here, so you can squeak through. But it's nice to come out here and just see these big, beautiful homes on the lake. All these homes all around here. These are 1950s and 60s built homes, a lot of them. But coming back in, we're here Cannon. We're getting farther up. Here's Havendale. This is 33881, getting you over to Auburndale. Lake Idlewild is here. And then you can jump over here to Lake Jesse. That is where the Brown's Seaplane base is. So you can see the water planes coming and going. They land here. And the Winter Haven Airport is here, so there's a lot of airplane traffic here on Lake Jesse. But Lake Idlewild, then you come back over here to Lake Hartridge. This is a larger lake as well. It doesn't have a whole lot going on it. It's actually currently got the most expensive home for sale in Winter Haven is one of these right up here. They're asking like 4.3 for it. I forget which one it was. I'd have to pull it up and show you. But that's not what this is about. So over here, Lake Hartridge is as far northeast as you can go till you get to the locks. So there are locks here. You can see them. They are user operated. So you come in, you pull a button here, and it will let you lock through to the north chain, where you can get up here into, I think it's 5 lakes, Lake Connie, Lake Smart, Lake Rochelle. Can't go super far because there's some problems with the canals up here where you can't get all the way in, but you can come up here and explore a little bit more. Something that I haven't done a lot of. Need to get up and do it and explore this chain a little bit myself, but we just mostly use these lakes down here. But in doing that, if you put in here at Lake Ship, you can come out 33884 and you can get Lake Jesse. It's almost in Auburndale. I mean, you can go all the way across the city. So we've got some friends that live on Lake Jesse. They meet us out, Lake Eloise, Lake Winterset, and they do that little trip. But that's a big draw to live in here, in my opinion. A lot of people really love the chain. There's a Chain Life group on Facebook. Every now and then on Lake Howard, Old Man Frank's will have a band out on the water, and they'll do the flotilla where there's just hundreds of boats anchored up out here. But there's a lot going on the chain, and that old Lake May, Lake Ship area is where the restaurants are. And you can come in Harborside, you grab yourself a drink and a snack. Come over here, Twisted Prop, same thing. All these lakes you can bop around, and you can put your boat in right here. There's another one over here, Lake Ship Park. There's a boat ramp here, not as big, but this was the one that was here first. If you were bringing friends and family in, there is pavilions here. You can cook and stuff like that. People beach their boats on the weekends and just kind of hang out and go tube, come back in, relax, and stuff like that. So cool area there. Eagle Lake, another big lake, but not on the chain, Lake McLeod. But we'll zoom back out a little bit here. And you can see, so if you're living in 33884 out here, there are multiple Walmarts. There's one here close to 17 and Cypress Gardens, and there's one out here almost at 27. This is the little bit bigger Walmart out here. Pretty popular. There's Publix here. This one, they are remodeling. They tore down the Kmart here. So this is a good Publix to go to. And then there's another one right over here that was just redone, Southeast Plaza. So it was over here, and then they moved here and changed this all around. But lots of cool little stuff in here. First Oriental Market if you're looking for an Oriental Market. Chili's if you're going for 2-for-1s. Duke Brew House is cool. There's there's TJ Maxx in here. Pet Supermarket. Here's the other Walmart, and there's some other stuff going on in here. Panda Express. I enjoy going to Panda Express. Just a lot of little stuff out here. These are there's not a whole lot of super defined neighborhoods like you might be used to somewhere else. There is some new construction where they hey, this is Osprey Point and it's defined, and same here, Cypress Landings. But a lot of this is just kind of blocks and streets of homes in here, and that might be part of what adds to the traffic problem. But the other problem is, without putting a big, huge, expensive bridge over these lakes, they don't want to ruin the lakes, so you have to kind of weave through here on Cypress Gardens Boulevard, because it's not a master plan community. This was just a small city way back that has grown and grown over the years and is expanding out into Waverly here. Dundee's growing up like Hamilton. We're kind of meeting like Wales. But what's cool about Winter Haven is that it's not hard for you to access I-4 and get up here to Orlando or to Tampa. You can come over here, St. Pete. A lot of times we come over to the beach at Cocoa Beach, so you just I-4 to, used to be the B line, they call it now, it's 528. The beach line gets you over here, Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral. You can watch a rocket launch. Rockets launch out of right here. Just very easy access to a lot of different places. If I-4 isn't for you, because it's kind of, traffic is a nightmare, you can slide down here, get on 60, go through Lake Wales, come up past River Ranch, and get to Vero Beach. That's another option, another pretty beach. We come down to Fort Pierce, St. Lucie, going out to St. Lucie Inlet, fishing out there. Our other favorite place to go is out right here, Fort DeSoto. This is a beautiful park. They have a big boat ramp here, and you can just squeeze right out. This is Bunches Pass and go out fishing. So if that's the kind of stuff you're into, you need to call me 863-333-5053. I can tell you, all the cool stuff. You want a spot where you can come over here and scallop. Right over here, Newport Richey. This is about as far south as you can scallop, but you can come down here. This is where we go. Or if you want a cool little spot, you can come up here a little bit farther. But I'm getting off topic here some. So let's come back down. 33880 is going to be over here. More Winter Lake Road, and this gets you to the Polk Parkway pretty quick. So if you don't want that busyness that is the Cypress Gardens theme park area with Legoland and all that, over here is a good option, the 33880. Here at Thomas Lake, there's some nice houses and communities back in here, Spirit Lake. And you can just pop in, Winter Lake over here. There's a little back road you can take. You can come down here through Juanita and get over here on Eloise Loop and sneak past all this downtown, well, not downtown Winter Haven stuff, but downtown Winter Haven is over here. Where are we here? Let's get in on it. You can actually see there is my office, but this is downtown Winter Haven. It's Central and 3rd. So our downtown isn't really as busy as some of the other ones like Lakeland's, because a lot of the stuff is out here on Cypress Gardens Boulevard, where everybody's pulling those travelers, those tourists in. Azteca de Ora, the nicer restaurants are out here. Not saying that downtown Winter Haven doesn't have nice restaurants. We have Arabella's, which was super rated on Yelp for even Orlando. Very fine Italian dining. Fire is good. Thai Haven, a good Thai place. Union Tap Room, cool place to come and grab a beer, and they have a little pizza room back in the back there. Lots of cool little stuff. The wine bar is right here. Where is it? It's not showing up. Should be right here, called Obscure. You go in and they just have obscure wines that you can't really get anywhere else. Come down and you got the post office. There's a bunch of little shops all along in here. The original Publix was actually right here, and I don't know if it'll show, but yeah, it's probably too far away from this, but it says actually right there, it says Publix, so that's kind of a cool little thing a lot of people don't know about. But Winter Haven Library is right here. Coffee shop, Haven Coffee Roaster is probably the most popular one, and it is, where are we? Right here, Haven Coffee Roasters. You can sit out right outside. They got a little patio. Um, the parking garage for downtown, you can park here all day. It's free. Or the water tower's right here. You can park by this, but all this other stuff on the street here, this zone here, is all 2-hour parking. That's actually my truck right there. um, the billiard hall is called Slate. No smoking now. That's cool. Lots of stuff going on, and then we have our little Central Park. And on Saturdays, they do have, actually, Winter Haven has 2 little farmers markets. One of them is here, and then you can walk down, pass through here. You can take this little cut that goes through, and they've got some little swings and stuff. You can sit on this little walkway. But over here is the other farmers market in this parking lot by Grove Roots, which is our little brewery here. So you could, hit both of those. Yeah, see, it says Winter Haven Farmer Market here on Saturday mornings. Cool little spot. We got a new little potting bench plant store. And then right here, where it says Haven Magazine, this is being demolished, and this is going to be the Bowen Yard, which is going to be kind of like a food truck. If you've ever been to the Joinery in Lakeland, we're going to have that. It's going to be right here, which is going to be real neat. Really excited about that. They just had their groundbreaking on the 23rd, which was, as of this filming of this video, was 5 days ago. So cool stuff going on there. More stuff happening here. Probably the thing that, in my opinion, and I say this because I look at it every day, that's slowing our Winter Haven down is this whole building right here is empty and nothing is going on, and it's been that way for probably coming on 10 years. It's the Haven building. Let's get you in here and look at it. It's their talk of it being turned into a hotel. Sorry, that's not it. So right here, the Haven building, you can see high rise here, but all of this is just not getting used. So nothing's going on here. But they're trying to keep this and make it a boutique hotel, and there will be, not the FedEx truck, restaurants and retail here as well. But this is like the heart of downtown right here. My office is right up here, so if you want to come in and see me, I'm in the second floor on the side of this building here. You can come in and say hi. We can take this tour in person. But this building's just not had anything going on for coming on 10 years. And that there's a lot of space there that nothing's happening. So kind of unfortunate, but something needs to happen. They were out here in the parking lot doing survey and stuff like that. So some changes coming there. And then up here, 33881, that's around kind of this mid-chain stuff. Again, I grew up in this area. Most of my life was spent here in Winter Haven. I know all about it. Just a lot of cool stuff going on. There is a Publix here at Northgate, and there's another one in Auburndale. So depending on where you live, where are we? It's right here. There's 2 Publixes right here for 33881. And there's a Walmart in Auburndale not far, or you would use this Walmart. No Targets or anything like that. There is an Aldi. Where is the Aldi? It is right here, across from the Lowe's. So there is a couple other options there. There is this used to be the Winter Haven Mall. There's a Belk. There was a Macy's right here, but that's closed down. Lowe's is here. There's a Staples. GNC, there was a Pier 1 here, but they closed down as well. Zaxby's. I mean, there's a lot of different options going on here. Andy's Igloo, you got to check out Andy's Igloo. This is a staple. It's been here forever. Weekend evenings, there's a line out to here for their ice cream window. But get back up here to where we're spending a lot of time around downtown. Up here, Havendale Boulevard, I mean, this is all Inwood. There's just these, added on over the years homes. A lot of these are pool homes. Not really many gated communities up here. If you're looking for gated communities, those are mostly going to be 33884, a couple in 33880. Coming in here now, we get to Auburndale. The video's not really about that. So just the location here of Winter Haven and how easy it is to get everywhere. If you need to go to Tampa, Winter Haven, depending on where you are, Polk Parkway, out to I-4 and zip over there, or if you're way down here like I live almost in Eagle Lake, I would take 17 down here to 60, scoot over here Brandon and go that way depending on traffic. Let's get back over here. Let's say that we were trying to do that. Let me show you what let's get directions and see if it'll show us the traffic on I-4, because that can be pretty rough. But it's just a good, it's not going to do it. I'd have to probably do that from my phone or something. But you can see we're middle of the state, so if we got a hurricane coming at us somewhere like, I forget the name of that one that came up and was threatening Tampa, by the time it hits Tampa and gets all the way in here to us, it's slowed down significantly. So, we don't have to really worry about storm surge, because we're 80 miles in and we're on, the Lake Wales Ridge is out here, so it's a little bit higher. Same thing over here. We get storms coming from the Atlantic. They got a long way to go. That last one even hit, forget which one it was, the name was, but it came right through Cape Coral here and all the way up to us, and by the time it got to us, that was 150 miles. So it was really calmed down. But just a lot of stuff going on here. If you're considering making this area home, give me a call, 863-333-5053. Be happy to help. You can see here, where to go, popped up a video, my last video that I did. You can find me on the map. Here we are, phone number's here, everything is here. Calendar link, if you want to schedule a call with me, you can click on this and actually pick a time. I have to fix that. You can actually pick a time to get on a Zoom call with me, and we can go over what it is that you're looking for. See, we could say, hey, the 4th at 11 o'clock, let's do a Zoom call. Bam, we can schedule it. So hit that calendar link in the description. Phone number, 863-333-5053. Check it out. We're right here in downtown, and we service all of this area. Lakeland, Polk City, Auburndale, Haines City, Davenport, Lake Wales, Bartow, Mulberry, all of that right here. We got it, and we know this area very well. So give us a call, and we'd be happy to tell you what we know about the area and get you started. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.